it's like, did you guys hear his example? You want to say it again? Feel more confidence with it because you got it totally. There it is.
Weathering is wind also, and like it breaks it down into little tiny pieces, and then like forms stuff and spreads it across.
Nice. You guys got that?
Yeah.
Weathering is the breakdown of the rock, right? And erosion is wind, water, ice actually affecting the broken down sediment. Does that make sense now? Do you guys see the difference? But you kind of see how they still coincide with each other? Cool. Tyler, you have something to add?
Wait,
Yes?
so I thought that erosion meant that it was happening constantly and it kept going and going until it breaks it down and spreads it.
Yeah, erosion.
And then weathering happens occasionally, but over time.
That's a really good way to look at it. Erosion, yes and no in a sense. Like erosion.
Because if it's rain, it happens. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's like, weathering is like kind of like the long-term effects, right, of erosion. Erosion is more like what you can actually see, right? And erosion, have you guys been watching the news lately?
No. Yeah, I don't
watching what?
You guys should watch the news.
There's way too much.
Wait, what are you watching?
The news.
There's
like Pacifica, the like
I listen to the radio.
what was it? I just heard it the other day or today. Houses are falling off the cliffs because erosion.
Oh yeah.
The weather.
But they only say the bad stuff. Yeah, they never give good news. I listen to Wait, don't tell so depressing.
One more, let's bring it back. John. Bertie. That was your second chime. Thank you for your excitement. Thank you for excitement. You guys are killing this conversation, killing this discussion. So, let's continue with it. I'm going to show you a couple pictures, and I want you to describe to me, you guys know what weathering erosion is, and I want you to look at these pictures. Let's start with...
Can I real quick make a comment on weathering and erosion, a way you can think about it?
Yeah, but I would like one mic. I am hearing side conversations.
No,
So, yes?
So, like, you can think of it a bit like a seismograph, like in a seismographic way, where, like, weathering is more pulsy, so it's, like, up and down. It would be up and down really violently on a seismograph, but erosion is kind of slower, but more consistent, where it's just kind of, like, slower, but it does keep going. It doesn't like stop. It doesn't stop as much.
Boys, if you haven't had the chance yet, I highly suggest going to the northeast of the states, like Connecticut, those states, and seeing fall there. It is gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
The changing of the leaves in autumn is like one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see.
I went to Boston. It was like red.
Right? So
Red everywhere.
I'm trying to configure it so you can like see both the pictures. Here you have the Appalachian Mountains. Raise your hand. Have you heard of the Appalachian Mountains? Right? Do you guys know how long the Appalachians run for?
10 million miles.
Not that.
No.
It's like
The world's not that big.
Love the contribution, but thank you for raising your hand.
like an Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, you could hike the whole Appalachian Trail, which is pretty cool.
My mom's friend did it.
But-
And it's like 200 more than I forget how many miles.
So, I want you to look at these two pictures of the Can you see Baraka? These two pictures of the Appalachian Mountains. These are two different parts of the Appalachian Trail. Mountains, sorry. They run down from Alabama, from Georgia, from Georgia, all the way up to Canada. It's over 6,000. I wrote it down. I knew I was going to forget this number. I don't want to give you the wrong one. They run, I said 6,000, 3,180 miles. Right? My buddy hiked the whole thing, which was pretty cool. But look at the mountains.
3,000 miles.
Yes. Look at the mountains.
How long was that
3 months.
That's
So-
short.
But we'll talk about that when we do start. That was a nice side conversation.
Well, that's basically like the whole country.
Bring it back.
That's a fourth of
So, look at this picture. Look at these pictures. Look at the topography. What do you think the effects of weathering and erosion had on the Appalachian Mountains? Do you think these are young mountains? Do you think they're old mountains? Like,
all mountains.
What can you notice about them? Lou, thank you for your hand.
Well, on the right picture, I see that, like, it's kind of showing like it's kind of like higher, then kind of slanting in gradually until that one ravine, and then like I'm guessing that it was erosion and weathering put together, because that looks like there used to be like a pretty big stream going through that, but now it's not there, and like a really long time ago, it might have been they were all really big, but since like weathering and erosion came in, they've gotten smaller and smaller, and the smaller ones made the ravine.
Thank you. I'm happy to share the mic with Zayden.
The right looks a little bit more like erosion because it's kind of curving down. It looks like it shows more erosion, even though there was probably weathering in the process too. But the left shows like it would be a little bit more erosion because they look to me like I go outside a lot, and they look kind of more like hills, like, and they're not so steep. So but you can see how that they could have been steeper, and the weathering would have weathered them away. So now they're more roundish and they're more.
Thank you. I'm going to stop you there because that's a great statement you're making. So the next question I'm posing to you guys is: do you think weathering erosion had a long time to help form the Appalachians, or do you think it was like snap? Like I'm going to go with Joseph. Welcome to the conversation.
What was the question?
Do you think weathering erosion took a long time to do this, or do you think it was like a slow, like, was it a long process? It took a long time, or was this like just happened?
5 years and 5 years.
But look how look at the pictures. You see how they're like. And Zayden said it beautifully, like they're hills, right?
I think it's it took a long time.
Right? It definitely took a long time. So weathering erosion definitely it played a big role. You guys want to know a fun fact about the Appalachians?
Sure.
Do you know the fun fact?
Yeah, I don't know about what the fun fact is, but
You have your turn.
it is as old as Pangea,
It is.
and it
You guys
is part
are like-
of the Atlas Mountains.
Did you guys like read my lesson plan before I got
No,
here?
we read your mind.
It's
You guys
page 86.
Oh, it's in there?
Yeah.
Like,
It says the Appalachian Mountains in North America are similar in age and structure to the Atlas Mountains in Africa. These mountains were once part of the same mountain belt.
did you know?
I looked in the index for Appalachian Mountains.
Okay. Fun fact that I had was that they were the highest mountains in the world, 460 million years ago. They were taller than the Himalayas.
Wait.
And then do you
Whoa.
see what weathering and erosion did to it?
Yeah.
Flattened them out to these rolling hills, right? And which is gonna bring us to our next mountain range discussion.
Holy dang!
Stupid weather and erosion. We could have been the country with the highest mountains.
Hey, one more. Mindful of the time, boys.
Competitive.
So like we were saying, it formed the Pangea, right? So these hills, they are sedimentary rocks, right? They're sedimentary rocks layered from plate tectonics pushing together. Just to relate it back to our rock discussion, which brings us to our next.
Donnel,
Yes.
how are those trees so new looking?
I think it's just an HD photo.
And Donnel.
Well, just because the
Is the
rock.
next
Should
mountain?
be like
See,
dead.
this is what happens when we don't raise our hands. People start calling out. Can I move on? Because we still need to get lab. Thank you. Save it for when we're doing our lab, boys. If I don't get to your questions now, write them down and we'll answer them while we're doing lab. Got it? But here's our next one. Remember, look at weather and erosion's effect on the Appalachians, right?
Oh, those are.
Wait!
Was that
Yeah,
before?
raising our hands. You have something to
That's
comment.
not lesson, I think.
Not-
Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada.
See, I knew it.
Can you compare it?
California.
Thank you for your silence and not calling out. What would you like to say about the Sierra?
I've been.
One mic's right now, guys.
I went to High Sierra Schaefer Camp, and we went from super far away. It was like a 7-mile hike. It was backpacking. We spent this. Well, we went to the top of this right here.
Nice. Well, Joseph, while you have the mic, care to comment on the composition of the Sierras? What can you notice by looking at it? And like you've been there, so what can you say about it? What do you think weather erosion did to them? Has it had as long of a time?
Weathering in a few feet, it looks like, comes down.
What do you think's younger? The Sierras or the Appalachians? And why? One mic right now, boys.
I think
I'm calling the brother too. 3. Not gonna rush you, but 2.
I think this is older.
Older.
A younger, sure.
What? You can't just
Alright,
say
thank
younger.
you for being
But
over.
I've been there. We were there. I slept right there.
We get it.
He's just excited.
Joseph, you slept right there.
Whoa.
Right there.
Now I know where he is.
Hey,
Wait,
boys, mindful of the chime.
Sedimentary
Hey,
rock.
Zayden. Remember the chime? Thank you for your excitement and contributions to this discussion. But to keep this going, we need to be mindful of the chime, be respectful of the hand, right? So they are younger, and how can you tell, comparing this to the other photo of Appalachian, how can you tell these ones are younger?
2 things. They're taller and they're more jagged. Like that mountain is more jagged.
Right? Weathering erosion hasn't had the time to like shape it or like sand it down a little bit.
I saw this.
Zayden?
I have something to say about how they might have been formed.
Yes.
It looks like they're fault block mountains. Fault block mountains form intentionally.
Whoa, no. We're not reading out of the book today. You guys are doing great without the book.
already did
You guys like are getting this information all on your own. I do not want to see.
Can we close the book?
No. You guys are doing amazing.
Can we
are not
check in
reading
the
out of the book today. Nathan.
Well, a lot of places in the Sierra Nevadas have a lot of granite, and when you like hold granite in your hand or like get a piece of granite and slam it down on the ground, it breaks into tiny little like almost like balls of like
Granite. It is granite.
and granite erodes like really easily, and it weathers super easily. So I think that's like all those little chunks at the side of the mountain.
I will say the Sierras are also formed they were formerly molten rock. What type of rock is molten rock? Tyler?
Igneous.
Igneous.
Sorry.
So,
Every rock breaks when you throw it.
anything else?
Banged
Johnny,
my knee on the bottom of the table.
one mic, gentlemen. Johnny, anything to comment? How do you think water plays in? What do you think the snow does on the Sierras? How do you think snow and water play? Hey, to Johnny's turn. We're welcoming the conversation.
About snow?
Snow, ice, what do you think it does to the rocks?
Well,
One mic right now. Doing great. Better. Yes?
I know that in climates where it's like summer or winter where the ice could just melt and the water moves in. The water could seep into rocks and then freeze and make the hole bigger, and it just keeps on doing that, and the hole gets bigger and bigger.
Thank you for that. That's water it expands and then it seeps into the rock, right? Is that Johnny explained it beautifully? It expands and then breaks it, right? So that's how those probably jagged areas form. We got to move on because I still want to do lab.
Can I add one thing to that?
Yeah.
There used to be an entire glacier that whole spot.
Yeah.
So that's why that would be true what you're saying.
Wait, but the
The
Amazon.
ice age is
All right.
Yosemite and the
Wait,
Sierras are all.
We need to welcome
Please.
Baraka to the conversation. We haven't heard anything from Baraka. You ready for your mountain range?
Ooh, let him
All right.
There's the
We're in
Mountain.
Joseph, Donnel.
the Baraka range.
Donnel.
This is yours. Hold on.
his hairline.
The moon.
Baraka, this are the lovely Sedonas. What can you tell us about them? What can you notice? Look at the layers. What kind of rocks do you think they are?
Sedimentary.
Why?
Because they have like layers on them.
Baraka has the mic. Okay, please elaborate. Continue on.
So, let's see. Well, they look like sedimentary rocks because they have like layers on them. So maybe like